Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Prime Time, and you already know you on PrimeTime Talk TV. And yeah, I'm back at you with another good video, and you already know the routine. Once you enter my house, wipe your feet off, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest videos like these.
For Prime Time.
To this day.
Oh man, let's go ahead and jump on into this video, shall we? Man, oh man. Well. It seems as though my man Terencecrawford is stuck in a rock and a hard place, so to speak. Now, we all know he just basically dismantled Earl the Truth Spence. And we have all sorts of stuff coming out of the leaky faucets of rumor mill. And they're saying that Terencecrawford wrapped his own hands, wrapped the tape on the skin, therefore made the tape more like 10 times stronger, you know, when it get wet or whatever the case may be. And that is the reason why Errol Spence looked so horrible against the punches of Terencecrawford. You're basically saying like the Inoue style hand wrap that Terencecrawford was basically using that same style against Errol Spence. I don't know. I won't in the ring. I saw what I saw, but I don't know if there's any real merit to all of that, you know? So I had to put it out there because your boy Ray Jackson, you know, a fan off of Twitter, this guy, I tell you, he knows how to get up under the skin of the fighters. Now, I mean, hey, to each their own, you know, hey, if that's what he want to do to get recognition from fighters and boxers and enthusiasts around the world, then hey, power to him. But as for me and mine, you look, I like to be real. I like to be in the middle. I like to just be unbiased, because what I've learned with being unbiased is that it allows you room to allow the situation to prove itself to everyone. You know, because so many times we hear remarks from one person or this person or one side and the other side, and we never hear them together, you know. But then it's like, once you wait a little while and you've heard both sides and both of everything have came out, then you can make the proper judgment. But a lot of people rush to judgment on so many things. In this country, you know, it's like, you know, being a black guy, you're proven guilty first, and you gotta prove yourself innocent first. You ain't giving, you know, just the royal treatment of saying, hey, you know, you're innocent until proven guilty. No, it's the opposite. So, you know, I'm not gonna do that to Terencecrawford. So, you know, all those allegations and all this, that, and the third. Look, man, I don't even think half of the people that make the allegations are even there or even privileged to be in there to know what was going on. So, you know, I just tend to wait for all the evidence, if that is okay with you. But anyway, I digress. Now, the reason for this video is because, you know, a lot of people are complaining that, hey, Terencecrawford is stalling. He hasn't made an announcement to defend his titles against his mandatory. And his mandatory is who? That is Jaron Boots ENNIS. Yeah. And, you know, Jaron Boots ENNIS, y'all, he is nothing shy from future greatness, you know. But before I even get into that, I'm going to read to you exactly what Terencecrawford said about Boots ENNIS again, because he's been asked several times about fighting Boots, of course, but he's always turned it down, say he don't know who he is, and yada, yada, yada. Well, now, you know, Jaron Boots ENNIS has the interim belt, and, you know, it's like Terrence Crawford still don't want none of him because honestly, in all actuality, it is a risk. But before I get into all my breakdown, let's hear what Terrence Crawford had to say. He said, listen, right now in my career, a lot of people like Boots this, Boots that, Boots this, you know? Fighting Jaron Boots ENNIS is a lose-lose situation. If I win, they're going to say, oh, well, he was young. He wasn't ready. Me fighting Boots would be like, okay, well, you beat Boots. It's not a mega fight. I'm looking for big challenges, you know? I'm trying to go up in weight and fight Jermell Charlo because that's something that's history in the making. It's a lot at stake. You know, there's nothing really at stake with fighting Boots. And this was Terrence Crawford on Jaron Boots ENNIS when he did his interview on The Breakfast Club. Y'all remember that? Yeah. Well, you know, it's been quiet. We have not heard not a thing. And, you know, one thing I do love about Boots, he stays in the gym because he knows, like I know, fighters, when you're that good, they like to call you unexpectedly. Last minute, 10-day notice fight. That's how that go. For real. For fighters like him. So it would behoove him to stay on point, stay ready, stay active, stay in that gym, stay getting prepared because it is around the corner. A mega fight for Boots is around the corner, especially, you know, his last outing he just had. Come on now. You know, he beat that Venezuelan killer and made him look like a puppy from Manila. Shoot, you know, I'm for real. I did not think Boots was going to handle that guy the way he did, but he did. And that is a true testament to how good he is. Now, the next question is when will he get to really prove it? Because, you know, Keith Thurman don't want none of them. Keith Thurman, he's still saying to this day he don't know who Boots is. Of course he is. And then, you know, we got Terrence Crawford. He don't want none of Boots. It's sad, you know, but we've seen this many times before. And honestly, think about it. Terrence Crawford was in the same position. And that's why I'm kind of a little disappointed in Crawford on that part because, you know, why would you deprive someone that, you know, pretty much is going through exactly what you went through? Not getting the fight notifications he need, not getting a fair shake and fair try at being a mandatory and having fighters that actually want to fight their mandatories. Those days are over with. You know, it used to be back in the day, you know, a fighter would fight whoever they were lined up to fight against. But now it's all about pick and choose. Hey, you know, I'm in the driver's seat. I get to decide who I want to fight, and I don't want to fight him right now. And honestly, you know, being very unbiased now, it don't look good as a champion turning down your mandatories. Unless you got a fight coming up that's way bigger and badder than your mandatory. I used to believe that fighters would want the biggest challenges to make the biggest name for their legacy, for their Hall of Fame ballot argument, you know, for just their credentials on their record. You know, every person a fighter beats, that's like that TV show back in the day, Highlander. Yeah, it reminds me of that because, you know, in boxing, it's just a one-man, man-on-man sport, a mano-a-mano, you know, and when those two fight, only one will leave victorious, and he leaves with that guy, you know, pretty much like on the Highlander, you know, they don't do that in real life, but, you know, he dismembered him, and, you know, and his soul came and went into his body, and he drew his power. Well, it's kind of like that in boxing in a sense. Because when you beat a boxer, you take some of his fans, right? When you beat a boxer, you've gained more experience from their style of fight. So now when you fight someone else with that style of fight, you have something to reflect back on. Oh, I done fought this type of fighter before. Oh, I know what to do for this type of fighter right here. And that's what it's about. And we would think that by now, Crawford will be confident enough to fight anybody that steps to him. Because honestly, I'm confident enough that I think Terence Crawford beats everybody. I mean, that's just me. You know, with his style, his experience, you know, his training regimen. But, you know, I guess, you know, everybody knows that, you know, the window finally closes a little bit, and, you know, escaping certain fighters is getting more dire. And I think Terence Crawford know that deep down in his soul, Boots Ennis is his biggest fight, period. Bigger than Errol Spence, because it's almost like fighting a mirror, a younger mirror of yourself. And that would scare the heck out of me. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I'm going to keep y'all up to date. You already know the routine. When you leave my house, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next, latest, and greatest videos here on Primetime Talk TV. And I'm on social media everywhere. Definitely go to the website, PrimeTimeTalkTV.com, and copy some merch. All right, y'all. Peace, love. I'm out till next time. It's prime time.